Hi, my name is Charlie, and I'm going to teach you guys how to tune a pair of skis. You may not have all the stuff that you need, including the thing in the background there. Okay, let's get started. So, you'll need a waxing iron. Don't use your mom's iron to iron clothes. Do not use that. Bar of wax, doesn't matter what color. A piece of P-Tix, doesn't matter if it's black or white. A lighter. And a pair of skis. So we're going to be using one ski today. So this is a pair of Icelandics, Dave Morgan's old ski. So we're going to use this. Okay. And you also need some vices to use the ski. So, and you got to set the vice up to the length of the ski. Another key ingredient, well, not really, is elastic bands for the brake. So here, I'll put you guys up. Doggone, there. So you grab the elastic, you go like this, right around. Sometimes you gotta double knot it, so it's like hooked on. Okay, there we go. Now flip the ski. So I'm gonna be using the clear wax, clear one, because it's a colored ski. So with P-Tix, you want to find all the little holes around. So there's quite a big hole right here, which I'll fill in. I'll grab a bigger stick of P-Tix because it's just easier. Okay, so here's my bigger stick. You will need a lighter with some lighter fluid in it. So you'll go light the end up and then wait until it gets with a little flame like that. See? And sometimes you need to heat it up a bit more. Like that. Then I'm a righty, so. And then it'll start drip like that. And all you want to do is put the P-Tix where it needs to be. See how it's dripping? Now carefully blow it out and spin it around so it doesn't drip. Okay, so you will need, I forgot to show this, you will need something like this, a knife kind of thing. And you will need, oh, I forgot one step. Never wax the ski before you put the P-Tix on. Okay, so we've done the P-Tix on the ski. Now, you will want a sharp object, and then you just carefully scrape the P-Tix off. If you have a cracked edge, it gets a little bit harder. And a lift in the edge, but all you want to do is carefully go like this. Okay, so we just finished the P-Ticks. I might do that a little bit better. And then if you see, there's a pretty big gouge. Like huge gouges in the ski can be a lot harder. But here's one way I like to do it. I light it up like you do. Do exactly the same thing. So, and then grab the knife. So, drip and then put it in and then cut. And sometimes just cut a little bit better. And then sometimes it can burn you. Be careful with this, it is fire. Sometimes it doesn't quite get in the hole like you want it to, or whatever you want to call it. So sometimes you need to do it 2 more times, another time. If you ride as hard as Morgan, you probably need to do this. Okay, so it should look like that. I know it looks black, but when you scrape it, it looks clear. So we wait until that dries, which takes no like 5 minutes, but this will take you guys a second. So in a minute later, you want to scrape it. Be careful, because sometimes you can gouge, split the base up. See, it pops off quite nicely. And now you have a clean hole, no hole in the ski. Just clean it up a little bit. Sometimes if you have a little piece of sandpaper, you can just sandpaper over so it's all clean, the ski, and then we will go to the waxing, I think. Okay, we're going to the waxing. I will skip a step, which most ski shops would do, but since I don't have that much time, I'll just go to this. So if you have a Swix iron, so this type of iron, it's flat, doesn't have any holes. There's a light here. You can't quite see it. There's a light there, and when it glows, that means it's not hot enough, and when it's not glowing, it's hot enough. And if you can see there's a little gauge to see how much heat you want. Depends on what sort of wax you use, because if you use too hot of wax, it will mess up the ski a little bit. And if you use too cold of wax on a low thing, it will not operate the same that you want it to. So we're gonna wait until the light stops, which it just did. If it's smoking as much as this one is, then you have it too hot. Then just turn it down a little bit. Just a little bit. And then you grab a stick of wax. You pop it on the ski a little bit so it drips like this. Like so. then wait a couple seconds, and then smoothly go over the ski like so. And whatever you do, if your mom says, hey, can I have help with the groceries while you're waxing your skis, say, okay, in a little bit, because you do not want to keep you want to keep it moving at all times, or the base will lift on the ski. And this is why you put the elastic on the brake, so then you don't hit it. And if you're a park rat, wax the tails and tips as much as possible. And then, because you're going to be nose buttering. Okay, so wait until it's not so hot and leave it for a minute or 5 minutes. So see how it's all glossy? You don't want it glossy, so you want it kind of clear, but not super glossy. So it'll be 5 to 1 minute. Okay, we're back. See how it's not glossy anymore? It's kind of clean, not so super glossy. So you want to grab your scraper, or you can use a knife. But be careful if you use a knife like this. It's a lot easier, but don't use like your mom's kitchen knife, because that will wreck it. And you kind of want one of these things or one of these. The middle one works a lot better, but since I'm doing it as simple as possible, I'm going to use this. So you want to grab the ski. Most of the time you want to do it tip to tail. So then, well, it doesn't really matter when you're scraping, but the next step you really need to do tip to tail. So you want to scrape it until there's no wax on the ski at all. As you can see, wax gets on the scraper and then it doesn't work so well. So just scrape it off like that. And there's no proper or wrong way to hold the wax scraper, so just hold it where you feel comfortable with. So if you have cloth or something, this works the best. We sell these at the shop, so you just want to slightly go over with it, like so. Make sure there's no wax on the ski. If possible, there's no wax on it, and then we'll come back with the next bit. So you want to have a brush. You want to have a brush that's made for skis. Don't grab a normal brush. So you just want to go over like this in circles. Hang on. We like to take it to the next step. So that's basically it to wax P-Tex a pair of skis. But here's another thing to do. So if you're a park rat, like most of us are, you will want to, if you've asked for a quick tune. They've scraped they've sharpened your edges. So here's for all the park kids. You want to grab a file. Looks like this. You just want to do this with this edge. On an angle like that, and then just go over like that, and then so you want to grab something. Ski shops have them called Gummy Stone. Gummy Stone it's kind of soft, and it helps you not get burrs on your edges. And if you have rust on your edges, you want to use this too, like so. Then you want to do it to the other edge, but I don't really feel like doing that. So now you have a really nice, perfect ski. So hopefully you can do this at home easily. And if some of you already do it, if I helped you with some of the tips. So that's my video on how to tune a pair of skis.